Hey guys, welcome. So today's video, listen, I wanted to film this dupe video 6 months ago. I had it planned for December when I had all this ready. And if you follow me, you know why I've been gone for quite a while. I lost my baby boy and I just kind of fell off YouTube, but I stayed on Instagram. So if you missed me here, you could follow me and find me there. But with that said, like now that I'm trying, like getting back into making videos, even though this is 6 months past and you've probably already heard of these dupes, I'm still excited about them and I still want to make a video about them. About 2 weeks ago, I made a little reel on my Instagram, but I still wanted to talk about it here on YouTube and just go like a little bit more in depth with them. When I find drugstore high-end dupes, that's my favorite because most of you guys know that I worked at Sephora for 7 years, so I've gotten a really good taste of what high-end makeup is, the quality, what it can be, what sometimes it's not. And so that's where we kind of look for drugstore makeup because drugstore is really evolving these days to the point now it's very hard for me to choose which one I like better, my high-end or my drugstore, which used to never be the case. I was such a high-end whore. I still am. But when I find a good dupe, like I'm obsessed with it and I just have to share it with you guys because I hold it just as high as a high-end product. I do want to say too, these dupes are not like 100% exact and it really just depends on your skin tone. A lot of these undertones within these products might pull differently. Now on me, they're pretty damn close. So to me, they're 100% dupes for myself. But again, just be kind of aware that they might not look as similar like they do on me if they do on you. So let's get into it. The first product we're going to talk about is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Superstar Glow Highlighter. When this came out, I wanted it so bad. I just thought it looked so beautiful, unique, and something that I didn't typically have in my collection at that time. But I held off on it and I was just watching people's review on it and just talk about the product itself. And everybody was saying good things about it. But as they were talking and just describing the shifts in the tones within the product, I was like, I feel like I have something like that. And that is the Wet n Wild highlighter. And this is in Precious Petals. And it's funny because once I made that realization, I don't know if you guys know Morgan Turner here on YouTube. She's awesome. She does a lot of reviews. She even made this little connection. And I think it's so true. Like they're very, very similar. The only thing I would say is there is just like a slight difference. This turns a little bit more champagne-y where this turns a little bit pinker. But I mean, again, when you have your blush, your bronzer, everything else on, it's very hard to tell the difference. Now, the second product I'm going to talk about, they're both, I would consider to be high-end, but they have a significant price difference. And the high-end version we're going to talk about is the Pat McGrath lip liner in the shade Contour. Absolutely love this lip liner. I didn't think I was going to love it as much as I do. And now I feel like I will be continuously buying this just because it's that good. But a dupe for it, which is a lip liner I talk about all the time, is the Kkwbeauty Lipliner in 1.5. I have gone through so many sticks of these, it's not even funny. This is my favorite lip liner of all time, ever. So the difference between these, I would say, there is just like a very, very slight tone difference, but the KKW tends to be a little bit creamier, whereas the Pat is just a little bit more, it's got grip. So I wouldn't say it's like matte and rough on the lips, but it's got a little bit more grip. Now this is 28, where this is 12. So quite the difference. So if you were interested in this, I would highly recommend this. I always highly recommend this as is, but I'm still like, I really, really love this. I don't think I would use this over the other. I just use them both, whatever's in my lip bag, but obsessed with both formulas, both colors. Again, both very similar. Next product, another Pat item. I've been really getting into Pat McGrath's products. They're pretty amazing, but they are very pricey. So we're going to be talking about her lipstick. I have the Matte Trance, I believe. Yes, Matte Trance lipstick, and it's in the shade Peep Show. Now, her lipsticks are $38 a piece, but she had a sale. I don't even know the percentage that it was off, but I paid $12 for this. 12 instead of 38. So this made the purchase for me like well worth it, and I was glad that I got it because these lipsticks are worth the $38. I mean, that's pricey, but oh my God, is this a lipstick formula like I've never felt before. It's so comfortable, long wearing, beautiful. Like it's just one of these products that you have to try it for yourself to understand. But I realized that I picked the same colors whether I'm in high-end or drugstore, and the dupe that I have for it is the Milani Bold Matte in the shade 3. These on my lips is the exact color. You would never be able to tell the difference. We actually did a video with Bree over on her channel. It was just like a get ready with me, and I put the Pat on the top and Milani on the bottom, and it was the same color. So the tones on my lips, they look exactly the same. On Bree's, they kind of look slightly different, so just keep that in mind again with your undertones and things like that. But huge price difference because this is like $5. I love the Milani Bold Mattes. I honestly love these more than almost all of my high-end products. But the Pat, Pat, I think is my favorite high-end lipstick. And I don't think I would purchase any other high-end lipsticks but hers, especially when they're in the sale. And she throws sales on her website like it's nobody's business. You could get so many of her products for just an amazing price. So yeah, they're hefty at first, but just watch out for the sales. $12. That was amazing. Let's move on to another lip product. So I have heard a few people talk about this since my findings of it, but I still want to talk about it here. And that is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. This is just in the shade Fenty Glow. Love this, like the smell of it, the feel of it. Like, I'm just a huge fan of glosses lately. But Fenty's glosses, they're amazing. They're an experience. They smell great, they feel great, they look great. But we have a dupe for it, and that is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. Wow. Again, like drugstore's really stepping it up. This gloss is almost identical. And it's like, honestly, this actually looks glossier on the lips. The only difference to me is Fenty has like this pearlescent to like help the glow, but this just glows all on its own. Like, it's phenomenal. So very, very similar, but I have to hand it to Maybelline. Like, for this price difference, I think this is like $8 or $9. Amazing. And I can't remember, how does it smell? It smells good too. Not as good as Fenty, but it smells good. Now, last but not least, we got another Charlotte product. Another one that I was just needed to get my hands on, and that's her Airbrush bronzer. If you guys have been following me for a long time, you know that her Flawless powder is my favorite powder in the world. Like, I don't do my makeup without it. And so when she came out with this, she was basically describing it as like her powder, but a bronzer. I was like, I need this really bad. So it's here, but I feel like I got something similar, and I know I got something similar. That is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. It is damn near the same thing. So the Charlotte I have in shade 2, which is medium, and in the Physicians Formula, I have the shade bronzer. It's funny because me and Bree go back and forth about these two products all the time because I tell her it is the exact same thing, at least for me, and she says it's different, but I swear this is the same formula, and I kind of like this one more, which I guess is not a bad thing. I'm like highly obsessed with the butter bronzer. Just gives this really beautiful sheen bronze look. It just looks like your skin, not powder, and that's what this Charlotte is supposed to do, but I feel like I get a better look with the butter bronzer. But I will say one thing that I noticed that is different with the Charlotte, and this is just like speaking out of all products that I've ever tried specifically to me, is I could put this on bare skin, like no makeup, no foundation, no tinted, no nothing, bare skin, and it looks like second skin. And I feel like any other makeup products that I've ever done that to, it ends up looking like makeup, and I'm like, well, now I look like I have makeup on, so now I have to balance it out, adjust it, whatever. I can literally put this on top of my bare skin, and it just looks like I was blessed with some sun that day. I really, really like that look. But when I am wearing a full face, I really do like this one a little bit better. But with like quarantine happening and me like falling out of makeup and it's just like basically never wearing it anymore, I still like to self-tan, and I don't self-tan my face. I just go right up to here. So this comes in handy for days that I don't want to put any makeup on my face, but I'm looking too white here and too tan here, and I'll just dust this on my face and you really cannot tell. It just looks like my skin, so big fan for that. But yeah, that's all the dupes that I have for you guys today. I will be listing all the products down below along with their price points in case I know I kind of didn't mention all of them, so I will mention the price differences and things like that for you guys as well and link them all for you. I absolutely love it when I find these dupes because these are products that I genuinely love from both ends, whether it's high-end or drugstore. Like, I highly recommend no matter what you choose. And that's kind of what I like to base these videos off of. Not just because like, oh, I came across it and they're very similar, so give it a try. No, I'm like, no, these are both in my collection. I'm obsessed with both of them. I would rebuy both of them, things like that. So that's why I like to make these types of dupes where you're gonna win either way, no matter which ones you chose. But I hope you guys liked this video. I hope maybe there was some in here that you haven't heard of dupes yet, or if you have, maybe now this video will give you, you know, the push to try one or the other. If you like videos like these, just give them a big thumbs up and comment down below any videos that you'd like to see. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, do so. We're cooler there. My name's Amanda Devon, and that's it for today. I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye.